President Trump's former campaign manager, Paul Manafort, volunteers to an interview with the House Intelligence Committee, the same group of lawmakers investigating Russia's interference in the presidential election. Manafort is accused of working for a Russian billionaire a decade ago to advance the interests of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Katie Bo Williams, national security reporter for The Hill, joins us with more analysis. Katie Bo, so Paul Manafort is volunteering to testify before this committee. Will that make a difference in terms of his treatment by the Democrats?
Well, the big question is really whether or not he's going to be testifying in public or behind closed doors. I think Democrats are likely to push him on the same things that you would have expected them to push him on in any case, the ties to Vladimir Putin, and also his ties to a former Ukrainian president who was backed by President Putin. But the real question is he going to do this behind closed doors, or are they going to do this in a public setting? The chairman of the committee, Devin Nunes, today indicated that he would be basically receptive to whatever Mr. Manafort's wishes were because he had come to the committee voluntarily.
Speaking of Devin Nunes, no one else on the House or the Senate Intelligence Committee has seen some of the information that Devin Nunes is citing about the surveillance of the Trump campaign. Why is he the only one looking at this information?
That's the million-dollar question right now. He says that the information is housed at whatever the agency is that owns it, that has possession of these reports that he's seen. And he and his counterpart on the committee, Adam Schiff, had made a request to the NSA and several other intelligence agencies to turn over a big swath of information that had to do with incidental collection, surveillance collection, and unmasking of campaign names. Now, he is saying that when the NSA provides this information, it's going to answer that question. It's going to cover whatever it is that he's seen. But at this point, he's still the only one on the Hill that's seen it.
Democrats are mad, and there seems to be a lot of animosity between Devin Nunes and Adam Schiff, as you mentioned him, the top Democrat on that committee. How effective can really this committee be at this point in terms of this whole surveillance situation?
We're seeing a real breakdown in the bipartisanship that had originally characterized this probe. In fact, Adam Schiff was asked today if he thought that Devin Nunes should step down, and his response was, well, that's up to the speaker. So you can sense some real frustration amongst Dems there. That said, they're not going to walk away from this probe lightly, because if they do that, they're forfeiting their ability to influence the direction that it takes.
Yes, it's a political suicide on both sides. All of this is tied into Russia's political interference in the presidential election, at least an investigation into that. Has the House Intelligence Committee lost the credibility with this back and forth fighting in order to actually do this effectively, do you think?
It depends on who you ask. Certainly Senator John McCain over in the other chamber has said that he doesn't think Congress has the credibility to do this anymore and that it needs to go to an independent commission. And I've talked to a handful of Republican strategists who are sort of watching this unfold, who've said what Chairman Nunes has done here is effectively just give ammunition to the supporters of an independent commission and basically give them a tool to try to yank this out of his jurisdiction.
Katie Bo Williams, national security reporter for The Hill. Thanks so much for your insight.
Right.